The professional leagues are like your local fighting gyms, right? And Nongshim Red Force are your local champions. They seem like they will continue their bullying streak in KML 2026 spring. And I think it's important that you take a look at, no matter how you spin it, you can't deny that they are your antagonists for the year of 2026. Nongshim Red Force were titled the greatest red in their 2024 to 2025 HOK esports run. The regional tournaments made that title solid, showing that they could walk the talk, placing first in their dominant run over in the major East leagues. Coach YK, this guy, in my opinion, is just shy of a genius. This guy plans every step of the way, even up to a game number 7. So this general, he has great warriors as well. He has Haku, Siri, Illusion, all great in their own rights. And of course, they have very deep hero pools, almost unplayable when they are at their best. Give them the correct picks, I think they can slice down every foe in their path. This left fans highly expectant of imminent success in the biggest mid-year showdown, the Honor of Kings World Cup 2025. As history dictates, when reality hits, it hits hard. Nongshim Red Force found out really quickly that they were the big fish in a small pond when it came to the regional tournaments. But that size was evidently not enough in the ocean where bigger threats loom in the waters. The boiling waters of international team strengths evaporated them into a gaseous state during their run. 11th through 14th was the best that they could achieve at the KWC 2025 in Riyadh. Nongshim Red Force sought to bolster their roster by focusing on team synergy and coordination. Enter Honor of Kings Major East League Fall 2025. Reinstating their dominance, Nongshim Red Force crushed every single doubt prior by clinching first place without much resistance. Yet, the very foundations of the ground they built gave way in the biggest end-year event, the Honor of Kings International Championships 2025, Manila, Philippines. Only managing to finish 9th through 12th in a run that fell short on all expectations. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Both Faye and Kyung9 were identified as the weaker links. Taken off the roster, their journey in HOK seemed to have come to an end. Rattel and Namu were called upon, reinforcing the new Nongshim Red Force roster. Being dropped by a team is never a good feeling. I think it breeds the mindset that you were not good enough and that the team can achieve greater heights without you. For most, I think this almost means you might actually give up on your entire career in esports. But not this two though. Faye and Kyung9 are one of the most resilient players we have seen from the JPKR region. And you know what's the interesting thing about this? It breeds more thoughts on this. And the main thing is, was Nongshim really right in making the decision to drop these two players? The year of 2026 begins in the Honor of Kings Invitationals Season 4. Was this new roster for Nongshim Red Force good enough? No room for error. Nongshim Red Force mounted one of the most impressive adaptations and growth known in the HOK global esports scene. Qualifying their way into the grand finals of KIS 4, beating every other region to face against their old counterparts, Nova Esports. There was no Cinderella story, as Nongshim Red Force were ousted in spectacular fashion. A clean sweep 4-0 result brought the Major East League champions gasping for air. Coming into 2026, then you have to ask yourself, it feels like Nongshim may not have made the right decision by dropping these two players? And we kind of got an answer, or at least a preview of this, because in the next competition, this was the KE Spa Cup. The both of them, Faye and Kyung9, they got picked up by Crazy Rocks. And the most interesting thing happened. They actually beat Nongshim to claim the champion position in that tournament. Granted, it was a small online tournament. Okay, now let's take a look at this new lineup that accompanies Faye and Kyung9. Vicious Esports, comprising of a mixture of new and also experienced players as well. Sui, this guy, we don't really have too much information on him. The only thing we know is that he's ranked 29th in the Asia server. Now, server rankings can be a marker on proficiency in professional settings, but this guy has never been in a professional game, according to the stats we've been given. So it'd be interesting to see how he compares against Haku in this new season of KML 2026 Spring, because Haku definitely is a person that has an abundance of experience, and as we have recently seen in KIS4 as well, quite the crazy hero pool depth. Moving on, we also have Cliché. Cliché was part of the old Crazy Raccoons lineup, competed in multiple major league qualifiers. However, he was eliminated by Scars in the most recent Major East League Spring qualifier. So I think with that in mind, Cliché definitely has something to prove against Illusion in the mid, granted that they are the same countrymen, right? He also comes from the JPKR region. And of course, we take a look at Do. This guy is going up against Siri in the farm lane. The only information we have on this guy is he has played with Faye and Kyung9 in a team before, in a team setting, of course. So I would have to say they have some synergy at least. But is this synergy enough to beat the likes of Namu and Siri? Because they have been tearing it up in KIS4. The growth has been noticeable. It is something significant. So only time will tell. And I think we can be really excited at this idea of the old versus the new. Chance at redemption. Planning over months. Decisions made in the microseconds. And Vicious have been biding their time. Regardless of the methods, there is one certainty when these two teams clash. The rivers in the gorge will run red.